The progressive values. Joining me now from Ohio is Ohio Congressman Dennis Kucinich, actually at the Capitol. Congressman, good to have you with us tonight. I wanted to talk to you because there really is no bigger change agent in the Congress than you. What's your analysis of last night? What were the people saying, in your opinion?
They're saying status quo, status no. They're basically taking a more anti-establishment approach. And with so many people unemployed, with so many businesses having gone down, with Wall Street having walked away with the Treasury, people are saying, look, there's got to be some changes. And I think we're seeing that reflected in the votes that occurred yesterday.
How should the White House take last night's results? And how could the Democratic establishment in Pennsylvania from A to Z be so wrong on what was coming down?
I think there's this desire on the part of the people to keep the change that people voted for in 2008 actually moving in the direction of putting America back to work, of rebuilding our country's infrastructure, of getting out of the wars. And I think you're going to see more and more demand for a change in the status quo. And, of course, we have to remember that some of these elections do have local characteristics which may, argue against an analysis that says it really is a demand for a change in the status quo. But the bottom line is America is still churning with change, and that we can expect to see more and more surprises in the coming months in primaries as well as in November.
So what is this? Does it bode well for Democrats in November, what we saw last night and where the mood of the country is right now? I mean, I think the Tea Partiers have got some supporters, but they're not in the majority. And I think last night speaks volumes. Your thoughts?
Well, let's face it. Rand Paul's victory in Kentucky was buoyed aloft by Tea Party activists. And I think we should respect the fact that there are many Americans who feel that both parties have not done their job, and they've formed together in a Tea Party, and they're picking and choosing, Democrats and Republicans to support. And I think what happened in Kentucky we ought to pay careful attention to it. However, if the Democrats are going to hold control of the House of Representatives, we'll do it because we put millions more Americans back to work. We'll do it because we've seen a recovery on Main Street, not just Wall Street. We should not confuse recovery on Wall Street with recovery on Main Street. And I think that is still the challenge that faces the Democratic Party and faces the Obama administration.
It is exactly what Joe Sestak talked about in Pennsylvania. Congressman, good to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Ed. Good to be with you.
For more, let me bring in Adam Green.